update on the kitchen remodel, I should say. GJ just put this beam, triple 2x12 across. Well, he put all three of them in. And he's just trying to shore up the end there. I guess that's what he's trying to do there. So not all quite touching. So these were very interesting because I said before these were 2x4s that went up 12 feet because this was a 1.5-story house before in this end. So when he cut them, and nothing was holding that up anymore. So we have this temporary beam here. So we got this one that was on this board here across all the way up, and there's another one on the other side of this wall. Plus he has the corner. This is a different part of the house, very complicated, this end of the house. This is another part of the house. He has this jacked up. This actually dropped at least an inch or inch and a quarter or something that we saw from like that corner to that end over there. This was actually down on this side. So he's, I don't know if he's actually jacked it up yet, but he's holding it up. It was only being held up over here by a 2x4 on the that 2x4. That was all it was holding up this corner of the house, which is kind of scary. Look at the size of this room, and it's a second floor on top of it. Let's not go down that road. And so this was the other support wall that's behind, holding up that end of the house, because that end of the house was an add-on. This part of the house was original and a 1.5 stories, and then they made 2 stories. So this part is going up to the second floor, full story. So once he gets this short up here, he's going to take one of the other jack posts and put it under here. It's right now sitting on a 2x4 that's inside the walls. They're tucked in a little bit, but just one more support holding it up, because that is over top of our foundation where the 2 floors separate. The foundation walls here, and it's actually quite thick. I don't know if it's 14 inches on this side, but it's actually quite thick. So when we put the gas in, if you saw from a previous video, the dishwasher was out quite a bit from the wall because the gas was just clearing the foundation wall. We pulled that back down because now, of course, the stove isn't going to go here. Now the stove is going over there on the other side of the sink. That's why we have to break down this part of the wall, rip out all these cupboards, move it all back 3 feet, and the stove will sit on the other side. It'll sit on the new side of the house. And the funny thing was, there's actually a concrete step under there, and that stove is 1,300 pounds. So it'll be well supported with a couple of jack posts from the concrete step up to the floor to hold it in place so it doesn't like decide to go through the floor. And the stove is arriving in, today's the 4th, the stove arrives in 6 days. And it's, yeah, heavy and in many pieces. It has to be put together and it's here. So these cupboards have to be ripped out, which means no more dishwasher and no more sink. So once this part's done, he starts taking this wall down. We are using the laundry room sink to do dishes, and there'll be no dishwasher until such time as we are installing it again in the new spot, which will be right about here. See my new Lagostina grill for the new stove. I got a brand new roaster too. We got these at my son's auction. It's the Chef, and it's like a domed roaster. So I left them in the boxes, no point in unpacking anything. We don't have a stove to put them in that's decent enough. I mean, this thing, oh, I hate that thing. Anyway, we might put that in the hotel unit. One of the units has an old wall of them, and if it fits, we'll just swap it because that one's really old. This one is annoying. I'm actually quite sick of electric stoves now. So yeah, the dishwasher we plucked out and inserted right about there, but until we're ready to do all the plumbing, because of course then there has to be water in the floor, and we don't have the cupboard coming out here yet to put the dishwasher in, so having the dishwasher sit right there in the middle of the floor probably is not a good idea. It'll probably just end up in the bathroom until we are ready to install it here with its cupboard that's going to go there. And of course the sink is going to go kind of where the microwave is right now. Everything's just kind of thrown here because I had to clear off everything we had over here because I thought, just in case that comes down, I didn't want to, like, you know, break my coffee makers or, you know, chaos, that kind of stuff. It was okay if it, you know, knocked over some tools or whatever. Even if it ruined the sink, that'd be great. I hate that sink. The faucet's not bad though. Just the countertop and the sink, it's, oh, I can't wait to get my new one. Well, I guess I should say I already have the new one. Can't wait to get it installed. It's one big, just one big. I think it's 36 inches, maybe it's 37, and it's copper and it's an apron. I don't understand why they. Maybe it's just my house and my kids and whatever, but water always seems to pool here and then come here, and I'm short, so when I'm like right against the counter, you know, to reach, you know, the dishcloth or, you know, whatever, to reach here, right? I have to be right against the counter to do that. And if I'm right against the counter here, even though there's a bit of a lip here, water here always ends up in my shirt. So I'm hoping the apron sink we're not gonna have that issue, because it'll just be the edge of the sink there. It won't be, if it's coming over, we have a problem. And it's one big sink, because this also annoys me. That big roaster would never be able to be washed here. It's such a, you know, small sink. So yeah, that's going to be coming out pretty soon. This is our stack, and the pipes beside it are galvanized pipes that go upstairs. That is something we're also replacing with probably, at this point, probably PEX, because the bathroom faucets upstairs, there's copper upstairs, which is just right here. And it's funny because in the bathroom you can see that light, because the way the floor is cut out and the way that this floor is sort of got gaps, you can totally see through it. Yeah, so the galvanized pipe, the water smells funny. The galvanized pipes don't last very long, and there's some in that wall, and then there's some in our other bathroom, which is in there, which is going to become our master bath. That'll be where the dishwasher is going to sit until we're ready to use it. That's where all my kitchen stuff is stored in boxes right now. So, all packed up. I get so much more stuff not packed up, but, you know, I packed up stuff back in June that I haven't seen since June. So I got my 2 Instant Pots at the bottom, just a handful of pots out, and our cast iron. That's one of the most used pots we have. I cook bacon in that all the time. So just a handful of pots out. I can't wait to get them back out once we have it all set up and our new stove, and, you know, this disaster's come. Then we can pull up that part of the floor. I think that part of the floor is going to fit on top of the washer and dryer. There's a piece of plywood there, and I think that floor, we figured that fit. So just pull it out, put it on top of the plywood, put all my bins back on top, and it'll make it easy to slide. And it's going to be a nice big open concept here pretty soon. It's almost a shame to close it up, but I don't want to be able to have a stove where you can see through the back or something like that, but you can do that anyway. This stove has a chimney, and the chimney would need a wall behind it because it gets very hot, which is one of the reasons why it couldn't be in this side of the house, unless potentially it could have been where the refrigerator is, because this wall behind the refrigerator, actually it's that wall, that's the chimney of the house when we used to have a wood furnace. Well, not we personally, but back in the 80s there was a wood furnace here, and we could have probably tapped into that chimney for the flue. So the stove could have gone here. It's just right in the traffic flow between the two rooms, so people would always be passing by the stove unless we, I don't know, put a peninsula this way, and then traffic would go this way and then wrap around again. I don't know. It would have been awkward. So it was easier just to move the stove into the new part of the house. And that way, if I can get by here with the ladder and everything else in the way. Get that ladder out of the way. That way, as you can see, there's plumbing, because that's what the tub is upstairs. But by coming out, pretty much where this is, there's, after the tub, when you clear the tub, then we can send the chimney up through the second floor. And then that will get the what we need for the chimney with a few elbows. We can manage that. So he's got a jack post going on there. Holding up our triple stud. Well, not stud, triple beam.
Header.
Yeah, header. And
I gotta redo this. It's not straight.
oh yeah, it isn't straight. It's coming away from the wall.
Yeah.
Hold up that triple header
okay.
to hold up the rest of the house. Hey, exciting! Nothing came crashing down. So that was the one we had here, and same idea on the other side, and that's how you do it without making the house fall down. Or at least that's how we did it, and the house didn't fall down, so we're good. Lots of prayers, and yeah.
It's all good.
It's all good. Yeah. Did you level it off any?
When in doubt, use more jack posts.
Yes. Yes, we got 6 going on here now.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, getting back to the kitchen renovations. Got the dishwasher pulled away from the wall. Sink's been removed. cupboards are getting removed. Everything's pretty open right now. The wall's gone. And actually, it's kind of cool, this nice open concept look. Unfortunately, it's not staying that way. But, you know, it's nice being able to see the back door. We always could have that window there, but you can see everything now. But then it wouldn't make it very segregated, and you can't really put the stove there if there's no wall behind it. So, yeah, it doesn't work well. Oh, yeah, he's cutting out the, I don't know, the cupboard. I'm not sure what he's doing right now. There's this weird gap in the floor between the sunroom and the whole part of the house. He's taking out the studs, now he's taking out the 2x4 base plate. Those are all the boards that run the outside of the house. You know, real thick 1x wood. Maybe we can save it and make a little project out of it or something.
Two by.
Oh, those are the 2x4s. Oh, there's some 1x stuff on the top of it. Yeah. Yeah, the floor he's sitting on is not very thick. I don't even know if it's ½ inch. It's really thin looking, so since the stove has to go here, it's quite heavy. We're going to replace that or cover it or something like that to build it up to the height of this floor too, because it's quite a bit lower anyway. So since this part will be part of the kitchen, we need to have the floor the same height. Plus, as you can see, there is no floor in that gap, and this floor is not sturdy enough. All that
See what the floor looks like underneath. Dry. Excellent.
dirty 1940s floor.
Dirty I can live with, but it's dry. It's not rotten. There's no mold, nothing. Perfect.
So the
Don't
wood
have to
that's
worry about
going
that.
across, they didn't have
Ugh.
like sheets of plywood. It looks like they were what, 15 inches on a diagonal pieces of wood?
Yeah, that's the subfloor. That's the original subfloor.
So it's like 15-inch strips and diagonals?
Yeah, if
Are they
you're-
1 inch thick?
If you're in the basement and you look up,
That's what you see?
That's what you see.
Yeah, because they look like from seam to seam. Can't see it in the shadow here, but from the seam to the seam is about 15 inches, and it's on a diagonal going that way. Huh, interesting.